Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you 3 tricks for getting clear vocals. If you have vocals that don't sound like they're cutting through the mix enough, this will probably help you. As a quick caveat, please make sure your vocal is recorded without any crazy effects on them. Make sure you're enunciating your words and the original vocal take is as good as you can get it. So let's listen to the beat with the vocal. Cool. So I like this. I like how the vocal sits with the beat, but the problem that I'm having is that it just doesn't sound like it's sitting perfectly. It's not cutting right. So the first thing that I want to try is EQing. So you can see this is the original channel strip bus or channel strip. We got some auto tune on there, a little limiter that I don't believe it's really doing anything. Yeah, and then we got a little bit of reverb, which is basically like a room sound. So the first thing that we're going to do is get an EQ. We're going to throw it on there. And let's try to bring out some of the high end. Because I like the way that the low end of the vocal is sitting with the track, but I feel like it could cut more. Like I want to hear it a little bit more, but not in the low end. I want to hear the high end a little more. So let's try to mess with that a little bit. Cool. So already that just brought it so much more to life than it was prior. So we're really just bringing up a little bit of the high end. What I'm basically looking for is I guess when I bring it up, it's all just trial and error. So I'm looking for just things that I like and accentuating those, and then taking things I don't like out. So for example, I really like this part right here. I also like some of this up here. I felt like it was supporting this band right here that we brought up. And then down here, I really didn't love this. I feel like it conflicted with the bass a little bit. So let's hear that. Cool. So for the next trick, let's try adding a little bit of distortion. So basically, I like to try to get some clarity out of my vocals with distortion. Be careful when using distortion that you're using a saturator. If you use a harsher distortion, it's going to make the vocal too distorted and hard to understand. We're looking for a nuance here, so a little bit goes a long way. I like to use this one in Studio One. Put it here. Take all the settings down. Okay, and let's start playing with it. This is the version that I liked. I just bring the settings up, see what it's really doing. So we'll do that. And then just tone it back. And I went through the different settings, just kind of play with everything, see what you like, what you don't like. And yeah, basically distortion brings out the harmonics. So it's just adding, I guess when you hear it, it's just adding some more beef to your vocals. It's making them feel a little bit more solid, sound a little bit more bright, and a little bit more in your face. So you don't want to overdo it because then it'll sound like a metal record, or it won't be as pleasing as I guess you would want it to be. It won't sound like the radio. So if you just use some nuance, just use a little bit here and there, it can go a long way. And in combination with EQ, it could work really well as well, like we're doing right now. You could also use them separately. So if you just want to use distortion, no EQ, or the inverse, so just EQ, no distortion, that works too. There's no rules. But distortion can help get clarity out of your vocals. It's a really great trick. The next trick that we're going to try, so if that doesn't help you get what you're looking for, we should try this next one. This third trick is called parallel compression. Parallel compression is a trick that was used in old New York recording studios. It had the name New York compression. Basically, the concept is that the original vocal channel strip has no compression, and then you run a parallel aux bus channel that contains a super hard slamming compressor. We mix the two signals in together and get a cool effect that makes the vocal sound loud but still retain its dynamics. So let's do that right now. Cool. So some people they'll be like, oh, like why don't you put this on the actual channel strip and then just use the mix knob because the compressor has a mix knob. Basically, when you put it on a bus, you have a little bit more control. You can control this, you can control the mix knob, and you can also control this slider. So it gives you way more, I guess, ability to choose the exact amount of signal that you want. This controls the amount of input into this channel, and this one controls just the volume. So let's try to mess with it. So we'll take this down to 0. This is already at, what is it? Okay, 6, so let's bring it up to negative 0.3 or just 0. Bring the threshold down. I know that was when I see you. You gon' need some glasses, I got big thing. I know that was when I see you. So we need to make this hard slamming. So quick attack, relatively quick release, threshold, bring it all the way down, ratio, bring it up, mix, just leave it on 100%. And now let's, since it's all set up, let's start bringing the volume of this parallel compressor up. Okay, so I forgot to add the auto gain makeup on. So this is killing the gain, this compressor. So make sure this is on. When I see you, you gon' need some glasses, I got big thing. I know that was when I see you. You gon' need an umbrella, I got big drip. I know that was when I see you. You gon' need some glasses, I got big thing. I know that was when I see you. You gon' need an umbrella, I got big drip. I know that was when I see you. You gon' need some glasses, I got big thing. I know that was when I see you. You gon' need an umbrella, I got big drip. I know that was when I see you. Cool. So let's hear it without those three added, these three mix elements. You gon' need some glasses, I got big thing. I know that was when I see you. You gon' need an umbrella, I got big drip. I know that was when I see you. You gon' need some glasses, I got big thing. I know that was when I see you. You gon' need. Cool. So night and day. So cool. Thanks guys. Hope this helps. Let me know if you would like some more videos in the comments below.